Welcome back to episode 29 of the Washed Up Sports Podcast. We're your Washed Up Sports hosts.
Patrick Quinn,
Ortiz,
and I'm Bobby Hanscom. As the NFL season starts up soon, we'll be gradually starting to talk about everything that's going on. So AFC West is what we're going to be talking about today, being players, coaches, changes that's happened, some rookies that have come in. We'll also be talking about Olympic coverage, and we'll finish up the podcast with Washed Up Wagers.
and also announcing the loser of last month's washed up wager with punishment at the end.
Exactly. We'll start with the best team, but first I have a question for you guys. I wrote this one down. Could you guys tell me how the division finished last year?
Like the standings?
Yeah.
I believe it went Chiefs,
Chargers.
Raiders.
Yeah.
Broncos, Chargers.
Yeah. The Raiders were the second place team, obviously, like you just said. They finished last year with a 8-9 record.
Yeah.
Broncos also finished 8-9. Chargers finished 5-12. The Chiefs have won this division every year for the last 8 years. 6 with Patrick Mahomes, 2 with Alex Smith before Mahomes became Mahomes. The Chiefs had the number 1 defense in the league last year. Obviously, the Chiefs haven't had to go and put up a ton of numbers like they used to. Do you guys think that they can start to come back and be the Chiefs team of old, with their new receivers being Xavier Worthy, Hollywood Brown, Rashee Rice? Will have to wait and see what kind of suspension's going on, whether it can be anywhere between 1 and 8 games. We have no idea. It could also be his suspension may not even happen this year. It could happen next year. So do you guys think that the Chiefs can come back and be that team on offense like they used to be?
I don't know if they really have to. I think with the addition of Isaiah Pacheco in that running back position, obviously Travis Kelce's getting older. He's not as productive as he is. And you look at last year, like, they didn't blow you away with their offense, and they still found a way to win. I think with Steve Spagnuolo's defense that they have in Kansas City, he just knows how to win. When he was with the Giants, the Giants Super Bowl teams were never good offensive teams. They always won defensively. So I think, they're going to be more exciting on offense, but it's not going to be, all right, if their offense isn't the number 1 offense in the league, they're going to struggle.
Yeah, that's fair. They also did lose L'Jarius Sneed to the Tennessee Titans this offseason, so that definitely...
But they still have Justin Reed, and they still have Chris Jones, and then they still have the cornerback that was like a rookie last year, was an absolute stud.
Yeah. I can't think of his name.
Murphy?
No.
But you know who I'm talking about.
I know who you're talking about. I just can't think
Also,
of
like Nick Bolton.
Yeah, Nick Bolton's a great linebacker, one of the best linebackers in the league right now.
like also behind center too. You still have Kelsey. You still have Pat Mahomes behind center. You still have Kelsey. They're always going to perform. And from what I know, Xavier Worthy is performing this right now during preseason. So I feel like they could be. I would agree with Pat here about their defense really stepping up, but offense, I feel like they'll do. The Chiefs never have really issues too. When you think they have issues, it's always who they go to. Pat Mahomes.
What did you say the record was last?
The Chiefs finished 11-6. Their over/under last year was 11 and a half games. Their same over/under this year is 11.5 as well. Do you guys think that they could potentially beat that this year and be better than they were last year?
I think 1,000%. I think we forgot to mention Hollywood Brown's now on that team as well.
Yeah.
Right.
So you have the Rashee Rice is going to be your 1, Hollywood Brown probably your 2, and then you just have this rookie who is the fastest player in the league besides Tyreek Hill and Xavier Worthy. Then let's say enough to forget you have Travis Kelce still, and you have Isaiah Pacheco, and
behind one of the best O-line in the league.
And now you also have Clyde Edwards-Helaire, who, even though he was hurt a bunch of times, but still a very decent RB2.
Isn't the kid that caught the game-winning touchdown Mecole Hardman?
Mecole Hardman, he's still there.
He's still there, and he's always useful. So,
you don't like Kadarius Toney?
They also don't have Jerick McKinnon as well. So.
Sorry, yeah, but
where's he going?
He's just a free agent right now. wherever.
I saw something where it was football is officially back. Kadarius Toney's in the blue tent already, and so it was like he's already back. Football's here, but no, I think they could easily have 13, 14 wins this year.
No.
They're a better team than they were last year.
Now,
and they could be the first team ever to win 3 straight.
Yeah.
Yeah. 3 straight Super Bowls. Now, do you think that, say Rashee Rice gets suspended, right? Say his suspension, this is hypothetical, obviously. So say his suspension is 8 games, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that he is a absolute must-need for the Chiefs? Or do you think that Travis Kelce is going to have to step up where last year they eased in Rashee Rice. They didn't need to use Travis Kelce as much as they have before.
For me, we just talked about they eased Rashee Rice into it last year, and was the world like falling apart for the Chiefs? Like they didn't need him necessarily, And we just talked about the fact that they have these 2 other weapons that they just got mentioned. Nicole Hardman, like they have enough where they can survive without Rashee Rice. I think, if they want to do well in the playoffs, seeing that everybody in the NFL stays as healthy as they can, that they'll need him eventually. But if he's out for the first 6 to 8 games, I don't think it'll be the end of the world.
And speaking of you saying, like, obviously players missing time, Hollywood Brown hasn't played an entire season since he's been in Baltimore. So ever since he left,
he was in Arizona. So like, if I was him, I wouldn't want to play either way, anyways. So
yeah, but think about it. Last year, he was the number 1 with Kyler Murray, and still wasn't putting up crazy numbers.
I saw that clip of him the other day from him playing with the Ravens, and it was like one of the games where he dropped like 3 touchdowns in the playoffs. Remember that?
Yeah.
That popped up in my feed the other day.
But also, if you look at their wide receivers too, they're just fast.
Yeah.
They're just fast. And who can huck the ball up there? Pat. It's just, I feel like you said, it's not the end of the world if Rashee Rice were to face a suspension, but I also don't think that would happen this year.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think it's going to end up coming in next year.
As long as you have 15, I think you'll be just fine.
Absolutely. So now let's move over to the Raiders side, where they have a change of running back. They do not have Josh Jacobs anymore. He is now a Green Bay Packer. Their 2 running backs are Zamir White and Alexander Madison. Antonio Pierce has come out and said that Alexander Madison is going to be the backup to Zamir White. We'll see how Zamir White ends up doing this year. Do you guys think that Zamir White can sustain a full season and potentially put up numbers kind of like Josh Jacobs did?
I don't know if that's Antonio Pierce's philosophy. Like when Josh Jacobs had that incredible year, it's with Josh McDaniels. It was kind of like a prove it year for Josh Jacobs. And then you look at it the year right after, we talked about it, Josh Jacobs went from being the highest rusher in the NFL one year to the 30th out of 32 teams rusher the next year. So it's like, I think Zamir White did well toward the end with the Raiders last year, but I just don't know if the fact that you have Devontae Adams, you have Jacoby Myers, and now you also have Brock Bowers that you just drafted this year, they're going to want to throw the ball. They brought in Gardner Minshew for a reason. I know he's not the greatest quarterback, but you look what he did with the Colts last year.
They went 9-8 last year,
and he threw the ball a lot. Like he got Michael Pittman involved all the time. They used their weapons that they had. So for me, I think it's more of they were okay with letting Josh Jacobs go. And we're like, all right, we'll see how these guys do. We'll have a 2-back system, and then we'll really utilize our wide receivers. Because if Devontae Adams is not happy this year, he's going to force a trade, or middle of the season, he's going to want to force a trade.
Yeah. Now
he wasn't happy last year.
No.
He was not.
I've only watched the first 2 episodes of Receiver, but in that second episode was Devontae came in, and he was not happy with the way Jimmy G was playing. So he's gone. Minshew and Aiden O'Connell are now the 2. The good thing about Minshew coming in, like you said with Michael Pittman, he likes to hyper-target the number 1, and that's where Devontae Adams is going to be at his top game, where he can go and get you 15 targets a game and put up numbers.
He'll get any catch put up to him.
Exactly.
So,
and like last year, how it was a Monday night game against the Packers, and in the whole first half, Devontae Adams had 1 target.
Yeah.
It's like you're playing your old team, and
You're not looking for the guy?
You're not trying to find him. And he's a top 5 receiver in the league. So
I would have to say two things. One, I feel like Zamir White is also like a pretty good pass catching back, because the last couple of years he's been like third downs and garbage time. So he could be with that set that Pat mentioned of Bowers and Adams and Myers. The other thing too is you'll see when you watch receiver is how much like healthier of a coach Pierce is for them.
Yeah.
Like you'll see what he does for the locker room. And so I just think they went, what do you say, 8-9?
Yeah. Yeah, last year they went 8-9. They started 3-5 with McDaniels and finished 5-4 with Tony Pierce.
So it'll be his first full year, so it should be a lot better.
Yeah. Now, do you guys think that Zamir White's this year is gonna be more like how Tony Pollard was last year? Because if you think about it, it's kind of like the same situation where it's a guy who plays extremely well when he's behind Josh Jacobs, and for Tony Pollard it was behind Zeke, and now you get the whole year to start for yourself, and what are you going to do with it? And Tony Pollard shat his pants last year.
He did, but I don't think the expectations are as high for Zamir White as they were for Tony Pollard. You know, like Tony Pollard throughout the year, it was a 1-2 punch. Like Tony Pollard on more than half of the league would probably have started last year. I don't think you say that with how Zamir White played towards the end of last year. He only had a good maybe like 5 or 6 real good games once Josh Jacobs was kind of out of the rotation, not getting as many snaps, and then people were like, oh, he could be okay. So I think the two are kind of tough to compare because one became the number one back because of the 17 games he played where he was better than the person he was starting in front of, where this guy kind of came in because there was a fallout between the two, and I just don't think the expectations are as high.
Yeah, no, it's valid.
I don't think Zamir White is getting drafted on any of my fantasy teams this year.
I might take him.
Bill loves taking the left field that he heard on this podcast.
Sure do.
I don't think there's any pressure on him. If anything, there's more pressure on the quarterbacks or the receivers, especially with whoever's passing to Devontae Adams.
Yeah, and if you think about it too, the Raiders have one of the best defenses in the league.
I was just going to talk about.
So, like, Max Crosby's a fucking god.
And they got Christian Wilkins this year now too, which is huge as well. I think the reason they went with Antonio Pierce was because, all right, played linebacker for the Giants, defensive-minded coach. The Raiders have always been the tough, hard-nosed, in-your-face defense. And with Josh McDaniels, he came from the Patriots tree, where as the offensive coordinator had so much success on the offense with Tom Brady and everything they completed, comes to the Raiders, and that's just not how the Raiders like to operate. And it just wasn't a good fit, and that's why I think Antonio Pierce is really going to be set in on making the defense as good as possible, and then, all right, we can see what the offense will do.
That's fair. I'm just thinking of the fact of, if you look at, like, the coaches and who win Super Bowls, it's not from defensive-minded coaches with being their head coach. It's more of offensive-minded head coaches.
Mm-hmm.
So
Belichick, the defensive-minded coach.
That's one of them, but like
Andy Reid was offensive.
Exactly. Why can't I think?
Kyle Shanahan's offensive.
Exactly.
But he
hasn't won
but
anything.
They're good, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Harbaugh, I feel, is defensive.
Doug Peterson with the Eagles, offensive.
Exactly.
Tom Coughlin was defensive.
Sean Payton's
offensive.
Who's Manning's coaches?
Dungy.
The Broncos?
Tony Dungy?
No, not the Broncos.
Oh, it was the Broncos. Kubiak or something?
I think it was. It might have been him, but anyways, speaking of the Broncos, now they have Bo Nix and Jared Stidham starting at the helm at quarterback.
One of my buddies from college, he is a diehard Denver Broncos fan, and he's not happy.
Why is that, Louis?
Huh?
Why is that?
Because they're going to suck.
No, why is he a Denver Broncos fan?
I don't know. I couldn't
I thought
tell
your
you.
fucking roommate was... Oh, that's Judy. He's on the Browns, right?
Yeah.
Was that
Judy.
your old roommate?
Oh,
is his cousin.
Like second cousin, something like that, yeah. But, yeah, he was cousins with Judy.
Different guys, the Broncos fan?
Dean.
Oh. He's a Broncos fan?
Really?
Broncos fan, bro.
Yeah, the Broncos are going to struggle.
Yes.
But here is now Sean Payton's team. Like, this is Sean Payton's team. sent Russ goodbye, sent Jerry Jeudy goodbye. Like, he has now complete control over the organization and what he wants to do. So I don't really think there's very many expectations for the Broncos this year, just to improve of what, like, we talked about it. As bad as we thought the Broncos were last year, they finished 8-9.
Yeah.
You know? And in all honesty, if he didn't bench Russ the last 4 games of the season, they could have been pushing for a wild card spot because they have a good defense. I know Justin Simmons is still a free agent, which is crazy to me.
Yeah.
They let him go. He was a lot of money. But there's nothing exciting about this team. And I know
Marvin Mims?
I know a lot of people, Sean Payton was like drooling from the mouth over like Bo Nix and stuff like that, but it's like
You guys are bugging with the Bo Nix hate.
I just don't.
I don't think he's all that, dude.
I would have taken Bo Nix on the New England Patriots instead of Drake May.
Excuse me? No, that's
You guys are tweaking. I don't know what's wrong with Bo Nix, bro.
Drake
wrong?
May's better. One.
We'll see. I mean,
I think he's athletic,
huge. Pause.
but he doesn't do the little things correctly. Like when he was at Oregon, it was this high flying triple option offense, throw the ball 100 miles an hour down the field.
Get the ball to Troy Franklin.
Like
now their teammates again in Denver.
With the Broncos, Sean Payton is very 3 sides of the football, run the ball, check downs, then maybe go and get a shot. And his best player on his team with him is Cortland Sutton. Cortland Sutton can't stay healthy either. So it's going to be very interesting. We just talked about it. You just said Javonte Williams can't stay healthy either. So it's where's the excitement for them?
And their running back room is so jam-packed. They have Javonte Williams, who is going to be his first full season after his ACL. You have Samaje Perine, who they're talking about is probably going to end up getting cut. They have Jaleel McLaughlin, who's in his second year, who played pretty decent in the minutes that he got.
He's super small.
Yeah. And speaking of super small, it's Audric Estime. He's also pretty tiny.
But he's
young.
Yeah.
But they also love him in Denver, too. So
Bobby, you forgot to mention Zach Wilson.
he's not relevant. Zach Wilson's right now, as of right now, from what I've been hearing, is Zach Wilson is the third string on this team, and Jarrett Stidham is technically the number 1. So
that's crazy. Jarrett Stidham's your starting quarterback.
Yeah,
that's just like. We'll talk about the Chargers eventually, but you have the best quarterback in the league in Patrick Mahomes, and then you have Aiden O'Connell, Gardner Minshew, Jarrett Stidham, and a rookie Bo Nix are your competition in the conference. Mm-hmm. And then when we get to the Chargers, you don't even know when Justin Herbert's going to be healthy.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like if you're the Chiefs right now, you're looking at the other teams and
you're licking your lips.
Exactly. Like,
you want to get to the Chargers?
Yeah. So since you were just talking about the Chargers, Justin Herbert, he has plantar fasciitis. He's currently week to week.
He was spotted in a walking boot.
But they said that he's going to be in a walking boot for 2 weeks.
They said he's completely shut down for preseason, and then he'll get reevaluated for week 1.
Yeah. And this is honestly probably going to linger the entire year, which kind of makes me nervous. And them not having any of their receivers, not having Keenan Allen, not having Mike Williams, losing also Jared Everett.
Austin Eckler.
Eckler's gone.
See the clip of that Chargers receiver missing that wide open the rookie they drafted last year.
Quinn Johnson.
Yeah, he dropped a perfect basket catch.
So
this guy can't catch a pass that's not if he's not facing.
Yeah. Their number 1s right now are Joshua Palmer and Ladd McConkey. Ladd McConkey actually just got hurt as well. He's also now listed week to week. But it's not serious, which is good. Harbaugh has come out and said he's not worried about it, but he's going to take it easy on it for a little bit. But Joshua Palmer, very underrated receiver in my opinion. He had so many good games last year, or a couple good games last year without Keenan Allen and Mike Williams.
He was also an injury concern though all last year.
He was.
The whole thing, being healthy is the most important thing, especially coming off last year where their entire team was not healthy. And now you bring in, like we just said, brand new head coach after some terrible years with Brian Staley.
Dude, he should have been gone 2 years ago.
I think after they lost to the Jaguars, he should have not been allowed back on the plane back to California after they were up by like 23 points at halftime.
I remember that. Yeah.
Didn't you have a bet?
Yeah,
on
he bet on the Jags at halftime.
That's fucking wild.
I put $5 in it.
Bro, I have a story about Justin Herbert. I think it was last season or the year before. I took a live bet on his pass completions to be like over a certain amount, and the other team like scores. There are 2 touchdowns. There's like a couple minutes left, and the Chargers are getting the ball back down 2 touchdowns.
Mhm.
I need one more Justin Herbert completion.
And they just ran the ball.
Nope. First play of the drive after getting the ball back, picked. And it didn't touch. I had like a few $100, like $100.
That's awful.
I was livid, dude. Isn't that crazy? But he's gonna have no help.
No.
It's another, like we talked. Joshua Palmer can't stay healthy. It seems like
Justin Herbert can't stay healthy.
Justin Herbert can't stay healthy.
Because he missed how many games last year? Like 4 or 5 with his finger?
Bro, forget about health. Like they don't even running back.
Well, that's what I was getting to that point. They have J.K. Dobbins can't stay healthy. Gus Edwards can't stay healthy.
J.K. one leg because that other leg's gone.
Yeah, the ACL. Like neither one of them can stay healthy. The Ravens were like, "Hey, we'll take Derrick Henry. You guys can go have J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards." You know. From also, I know Austin Eckler didn't have the most productive year towards the end of last season, but like still, he could do so much for that offense. Catching the ball out of the backfield, was always consistently getting first downs. Was a top heavy fantasy. Got a lot of points. Was useful for them. And then now you go to 2 running backs. If Gus Edwards not on the 1 yard line, he's not scoring. And then J.K. Dobbins cannot stay on the field longer than 2 minutes.
Yeah, I was just about to say Gus is a fantasy vulture for touchdowns.
Yeah,
he'll have
Yeah,
7.
he is.
I was actually looking it up now.
I had him on my fantasy.
He finished with 13 touchdowns last year.
How many yards? Like 500?
810.
Oh wow.
198 attempts for 810. He had averaged 4.1 a carry.
Yeah, but
There was one game that he had like over like 180 yards and he had like 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
But
if he's not on the 1 yard line, he's not getting in. But like if you look at like Harbaugh's philosophy, it's pound football.
So
that's why the addition of the Joel pickup
Yeah.
at the draft, I think, is huge. And then you also have Rashawn Slater as another very, very good lineman that they have. So I think for them, he's building. You have your franchise quarterback. You're going to strengthen up your O-line. And then you can see what you get out of these running backs. Or if not, all right, see if you can get somebody next year in the market or then get somebody in the draft. But that's just how he does. And then they also still need to revamp their defense.
completely revamped their defense.
Oh, yeah.
Their defense is atrocious. But that you talking about Harbaugh and how he likes to play leads me to ask, does Justin Herbert now become a running quarterback because he's now going into a different offense with Harbaugh?
No. I think with the injury concerns we just talked about,
Yeah.
why would you then add even more to that? And now you go be a Lamar Jackson, you go be a scrambling quarterback where you're going to get hit even more. You're going to be cutting and juking and your knees and your ankles. It's like he is physical and can throw the ball anywhere you want, right? Maybe he might be sporadic sometimes, but he is a quarterback that can put the ball where it needs to go and can throw it a mile. You don't change him from that to then what we saw with J.J. McCarthy at Michigan.
Yeah. Now,
I got a question real quick to jump in. 2-part question. You guys think Justin Herbert is overrated? And the second part is, where would you rank him amongst current?
I would say he's not overrated, but I think he's phenomenal. He's just always hurt. I would probably rank him in the top 10. Let's see.
Why didn't the quarterback why didn't the Chargers get it done then? Coaching.
Dude, Staley was terrible.
They
Many bad calls.
I had so much talent on that.
He
team.
was so hyped up early on that the expectations for him was they were comparing he'll have the same success as Patrick Mahomes and
It's
Joe
like a
Burrow.
Jason Tatum situation.
Yeah, where he came in and everybody was like, this guy's going to be unbelievable, and then he was, and then it was like, holy shit, okay, this guy is still a human. He's not going to always be at his best. And then he had not the greatest year, right? We talk about that against the Jaguars. That really kind of, if you're a franchise quarterback, you're the star, you're going to figure out a way to win that game.
Mm-hmm.
And then the year after that, he's fighting off these injuries. And now this year going into it, he has a brand new head coach, no offensive weapons, and it's now he's kind of in a rebuild mode in his fifth year in the league.
Well, look at Justin Herbert as a quarterback. He's awesome. He's a great quarterback. But like you mentioned earlier, their defense, the Chargers' defense is just horrendous. It just is, and you can't win. You can't get it done without defense.
No, he's on the. Is he? He is.
I think he is.
Khalil Mack and
Nick Bosa.
No, Joey
Nixon for you. That's not the Samuel Jr.
Derwin James is still there. But that's just a lot of money.
It's a lot of big names, but they're not.
Well, they're old.
Yeah.
And they're a lot of money.
Yeah.
No, but I would probably agree with you on Justin Herbert Justin Herbert definitely being in the top 10 out of the QBs. I don't necessarily know.
So I just want to know who,
Definitely
okay, ready?
Outside of the 5.
Mahomes, Hurts, Lamar.
By the way, we'll do this, but after, remind us, and we'll talk about, did you guys see the NFL's top 100?
Yeah, Lamar's ranked 2.
Okay.
So Mahomes, Hurts, Lamar.
That's your 1,
That's
2,
your 1,
3.
2.
No, those are just 3 guys. Those are my 1, 2, 3.
I don't know if I have Jalen Hurts in my top 10.
What?
I don't know if I do.
I definitely don't have him at 2.
Okay, he's not at 2
and
for
Lamar are definitely top 2.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow, Josh Allen.
Joe Burrow, a guy who he is not going to throw a ball 3 days straight for the entire year. I'm concerned about Joe Burrow.
I'm concerned about Joe Burrow.
But who else?
Rodgers?
No. I'm not taking Aaron Rodgers over Justin Herbert. No.
Jared Goff?
Not taking him over Justin Herbert.
No, we're saying
we're talking just top 10, dude.
Exactly, but I'm saying. Well, the question he asked was who where would you guys place Justin Herbert? And I said in the top 10.
I wouldn't put Jalen Hurts over Justin Herbert.
I think you have to put Aaron Rodgers up there over him.
What? Current active right now. You think Aaron Rodgers is?
You have to.
That's like saying Brady wouldn't be like. You can't be hypocritical.
Aaron Rodgers missed the entire year last year. He didn't play.
I mean,
Justin Herbert missed half the year last year.
He still played.
They were 5-12.
I don't know. I think if we're just like saying ahead of this year, top 10 quarterbacks, I think you have to have Aaron Rodgers in that mix because one, he has better weapons.
You also have to have Jared Goff in that list.
I'd say yes. I'd say Jared Goff's top 10. But
go ahead,
Matt.
Bobby, you say who's 10 quarterbacks ahead of Justin Herbert.
So, like I said,
or do you have Herbert in that top 10?
I'd have Herbert in my top 10.
Ahead.
So Mahomes, Hurts, Lamar.
Okay.
1,000% Josh Allen.
Josh Allen, absolutely. I'm just trying to think of guys in my head.
Stroud,
Matt Stafford.
Stroud. I wouldn't take Stafford over Herbert.
Jared Goff.
I wouldn't take Goff over Herbert.
Tua.
I wouldn't take Tua over Herbert.
Nah, I wouldn't either.
Kirk Cousins.
No.
Desmond Ritter.
You know where he is right now? Desmond Ritter?
Mac Jones?
Arizona.
Really? Kyler.
I wouldn't take Kyler over Justin Herbert either.
Geno Smith.
No. Anthony Richardson, no.
Caleb Williams.
No.
Russ and what's his name?
Justin
Fields. No.
Deshaun Watson.
Fuck no.
So he's your 6th.
Yeah, he sounds like he's my 6th.
He's your 6th.
Because I wouldn't take Burrow.
Dak Prescott.
I would probably take Dak over Justin Herbert.
I like Dak. I know that's painful for some to hear, but
yeah.
I think Dak is good.
Dak is...
Baker Mayfield.
Fuck no.
Baker had a good year.
I don't care.
Carr, no. Who's Indy? Anthony Richardson? No.
He didn't play enough.
Yeah.
James Winston?
He's a backup in Cleveland.
Yep.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah, so I'd say 7th. I'd say Justin Herbert's probably 7th best in the league.
But do you guys agree, 1-2 is definitely Lamar and Patrick Mahomes?
Oh, absolutely. You could give and take maybe Josh Allen and that.
Lamar Jackson's coming off an MVP and an AFC Championship game.
We're not talking about the AFC North yet, obviously, but it's going to be interesting how that dynamic works with the 1-2 because Lamar loves the ball in his hands and Derrick Henry also loves the ball in his hands. So
but you see the Ravens rushing, as you just said, Gus Edwards had 13 touchdowns last year. The Ravens score a lot of touchdowns on the
They
ground.
do, and I mean that's why we won't get.
Yeah, we're not. Yeah, this is on an episode that you're not going to be here on.
But I mean, yeah. Well, Justin Herbert, we're calling him 7.
I have him around like 8 or 9. Like
I
I don't know about the whole. I don't think Jalen Hurts is that good.
So I'm gonna take everybody you just said. So Mahomes, Lamar,
Josh
as
Allen.
much as it pains me to say Josh Allen.
Yeah.
I don't
Hurts.
like Josh Allen. I hate him.
He likes. I put Joe Burrow's ahead in my opinion of Jalen Hurts. Aaron Rodgers in my opinion.
I think
ahead
Aaron
of
Rodgers in
Jalen
there
Hurts.
too.
Matt Stafford, in my opinion, is ahead of
if
Jalen
Joe
Hurts.
Burrow could
Goff is better for me just because
Yeah.
he took his team to the NFC Championship game.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I would have like Justin Herbert at like 8, and then Jalen Hurts at like 9 or 10. Because I have Dak. I think Dak Prescott after last year is better than Jalen Hurts.
Absolutely.
And then so you look at that now, Jalen Hurts is like 9.
I think it's a big year for Jalen Hurts.
It's a huge year, but
So we'll call him like 7 to 10 range.
yeah.
But top 10.
I'm going like 9-10 for me.
Yeah.
I agree with you, Lewis. Top 10. So
Just on the backside of top 10.
So now that we've talked about all the teams in the AFC West, I want to hear your guys' prediction of how you guys think the division will finish.
Well,
and say like who makes the playoffs.
Yeah.
I said earlier when you were talking about the Chiefs' total wins at 11.5, and I think they could get to the 13, 14 range possibly. So that obviously, I think they're going to win the division again for a 9th straight year. We talked about it endlessly. They got better on or they kept their defense the same. They got better on offense. They got more weapons. Patrick Mahomes is a year wiser, a year more comfortable. They have that chip on their shoulder. Let's go make history. Let's go be the first team ever to win 3 consecutive Super Bowls. Never been done before. And then I think out of the 3 other teams, it's like who's going to fight for second place and maybe finish at like 500, maybe one game above 500, and I think that's going to be the Raiders.
I think we can't finish at 500 anymore.
Yeah. So like they'll finish either 8 and 9 or 9
Well,
and 8.
you could if you get a tie.
It's
That is
still
true.
not 500 though, is
8,
it?
8, and 1.
That's still 5. That's 500.
9,
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah, because it's not a win or a loss.
Yeah,
It's a
I
tie.
guess so. Yeah.
So, I mean, I could see the Raiders having a very similar year. When they went 8 and 9 last year. I think they can go 9 and 8 this year. I think they have a good team. They have a lot of weapons. The quarterback play scares me
Yeah.
because you look at the Colts last year had a very similar team to the Raiders do this year.
Very
With besides the fact that they have a better running back, they had really good weapons. They had a good defense, and then Gardner Minshew in that winner go home game against the Texans. Yeah, the ball should have been caught, but it wasn't a good throw at the end of the day either, and they lost that game. Now he's going to the Raiders, similar situation. They'll be right. They won't be a bad team. They're not going to be a great team. They'll be right in the 9 to 8, 8 to 9
So
range.
Chiefs 1, Raiders 2,
Then I have the Chargers 3. I think
Broncos 4.
just the fact that Justin Herbert's there. I think Jim Harbaugh knows how to win, even if he doesn't have the greatest team. He'll figure out a way to get 6-7 wins. And then I think the Broncos with who's going to be their quarterback, who can they throw the ball to, their defense. Yeah, it's going to be okay, but they let a lot of names go. So that's kind of how I have it finishing.
Yes or no? Anybody else besides the Chiefs in that division making the playoffs?
I think
Yes or no?
no.
Okay. Go, Lewis.
I'm not even gonna just talk about it because that's literally my list. Literally, I got Chiefs, Raiders, Chargers, Broncos. So
Same question for you then. Anybody besides the Chiefs?
absolutely not.
No.
No.
My list, I would say.
Bobby's going to shake this up.
Bobby's going to be
Chargers,
Broncos.
Raiders, Chiefs, Broncos.
So obviously Chiefs at the top, but I think Chargers take second. Raiders 3, Broncos 4.
What are the Chargers' record going to be?
Like you said with the Raiders, around 8 and 9, 9 and 8. I think the Raiders will probably be around there too, but I think the Chargers, just because they have Justin Herbert, is the main reason why. And like we said, we named some big name players on the Chargers defense. They're going to have to step up.
Chargers making the playoffs.
Let's see. How many teams in
7.
7? So
One AFC, possibly 2 AFC East with Bills, Dolphins, Jets. So let's say
Jets.
2.
Yeah. So
Then
let's just say Bills, Dolphins. Then we have Chiefs.
Then you got
We have
Ravens, you got the
Ravens.
Bengals, you got the Browns.
So let's say 2 out of that division at least.
Then
Yeah.
you have the AFC South, which is the
Texans.
Texans, the Colts.
Titans.
The Titans, I think, are going to be pretty good this
I
year.
said the Titans were going to win that division.
So you
Um,
got to think 2 from all the other divisions
Yeah.
to make it, and not 2 from this.
Yeah.
one.
So no, I would say no.
I think that's fair.
I think we'll get into the
Other
this other divisions, but this one and the NFC West are the 2 weakest divisions.
Which is crazy because the NFC West up until like last year was like the best.
Yeah.
The best division in football. You know?
Hands down. Yeah.
When
Before
Rams
Kyler-
won the Super Bowl.
Before Kyler tore his ACL.
Well, that was when the Legion of Doom was around, and that was
the Legion of Boom.
Boom. Yeah, Legion of Doom's a movie.
Yeah.
Seahawks, yeah.
The Seahawks were always good, and then that was like the Jimmy G era, and then like the Richard Sherman talking shit to Michael Crabtree. So there were 3 really good teams, and before that, the Cardinals were decent with Kurt Warner and Larry Fitzgerald. Yeah.
Alright. That's good.
Wrapping up our AFC West conversation, and let's quickly talk about the Olympics. So it is Monday. The Olympics finish on Sunday. Before we get into what we've been watching, Bill will give us our live medal count right now with gold, silver, bronze, and then totals.
Go ahead, Bobby.
So currently leading in gold medals is China with 21. They have 18 silvers and 14 bronze with 53 total. The leading total medal count is USA. We have 20 gold, 30 silver, and 28 bronze. And fourth for third total,
What was the total of the U.S.?
78.
So
78
We're
total.
ahead of China by 25.
And they are the second place.
Wow.
Third place is France. They have 12 gold, 16 silver, and 18 bronze.
Now, we'll just quickly recap what you guys have been watching over the last couple of days. Obviously, since we didn't record last Thursday, so this is kind of from the Wednesday, Thursday to today, and then we'll get into what we're excited to watch down the line as the opening ceremonies the closing ceremonies wrap up this Sunday.
Yeah.
Well, Lou, we'll start with you. What was the most exciting thing or a couple things you've been watching in the last half a week or so?
I did watch the beach volleyball, the round of 16, USA versus Brazil, women's.
Sure,
It was
you love
Chang.
that.
It was Chang and oh my God, what was the other girl's name? What's the? Oh, I'm gonna have to look it up, boys. I'm sorry.
I do think, as you're looking it up, I do think that's the coolest arena they've done.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
they have the backdrop of the Eiffel Tower, and then at night you see it lit up, and then there's the lights on the volleyball court. So I think out of all the issues that have been going on with the Olympics, I think they hit that right out of the park 100%. As he's looking for the volleyball, what about you, Bill?
Honestly, yesterday, Noah Lyles in that race. How about all of Team USA men's basketball showing up just to be like, yo, if you don't, we're going to shit on you
Yeah.
so
What's
hard.
the beef there?
Because when he said, oh, you got to be if you want to be the champion of the world, you got to beat people that are actually throughout the world.
said that. He said,
This-
world champion of what?
Sorry.
The United
Yeah.
States?
Yeah, so
Another couple of things. Shari Richardson came in second.
Sha'Carri.
Sha'Carri Richardson came in second in the 100 meter. The girl from St. Lucia, absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys saw the
First
clips.
medal in
St. Lucia, first medal period,
Oh wow, really?
and it was a gold medal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the population's 400,000 people or something like that. Where there's some towns and cities in the U.S. that are bigger than that.
They said it was the size of Tucson, Arizona.
Yes, that's exactly what they said.
That's how big the
crazy.
country
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, but no, she was.
Yeah, good call.
I think Sha'Carri Richardson, even on her best day, couldn't have she made it look easy, and she won by 1-2 body lengths.
She led the whole way.
It was extremely impressive. The U.S. women's almost had a near disaster against Japan. Went to extra time. Soccer. My apologies. The U.S. women's soccer team went to extra time against Japan, who they've had long history with throughout World Cups and Olympics finals, semifinals. And then Trinity Rodman in the 105th minute, beautiful strike to end up then winning the game.
Was a great shot.
Now they move on. They'll play tomorrow against Germany at about noon p.m. United States time. That'll be a good test for them. It would be really, really good to see them bounce back after a disappointing World Cup for them to get back.
Did you just say United States time?
Yeah.
Eastern.
There's 3 different ones in the U.S.
All right, so 9 a.m. Western time.
Pacific.
Western time.
Bobby's all over.
I gotta be on Pat. He's always on me.
12 Eastern.
10 p.m. Mountain Time.
All right.
11 a.m. Central Time, and then 12 p. time. I think Hawaii is like 6, so maybe 6 a.m. Hawaiian time. And then I don't know what Alaska is, so fuck off. They'll be playing that one. That'll be a good one. The U.S. has rolled through, like no surprise, really, the group stages. They will play Nigeria. I think it's in basketball on Wednesday, I believe.
Women's is Wednesday, and then the men's play Brazil tomorrow.
Any better?
I thought the men's play Nigeria.
No, women's play Nigeria.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
So women's play Nigeria on Wednesday, men's play Brazil Tuesday. And
Okay.
those are
But both men's and women's have easily coasted through the group stages. I was
believe they're
looking.
both minus 10,000.
Yeah, I was looking. You can't even bet on the women's. They're minus 27.5 against Nigeria.
U.S. men's are minus 600 to win gold.
And women are minus 1,400.
That's crazy.
To the pool, Katie Ledecky's been pretty dominant, winning her record-setting 14th Olympic medal. I think she has 9 golds now, and then I don't know the distinction between the silver and bronze, but most decorated women's swimmer of all time. Obviously, the only other one that's above her is a man, and his name is Michael Phelps, which is pretty crazy. 2 Americans. And then we have the track and gymnastics. Simone Biles now just won the most decorated gymnast, I believe, of all time. Won her 8th gold, 9 total medals.
7 gold, I think.
7 gold?
I think it's 7 gold and 8 total.
8 total medals. She just got her first silver.
Yeah.
So the team won gold at the team event.
I did see that.
And then she got 2 individual golds and 1 an individual.
Yeah, she got floor gold, and then I think she got maybe like beam or something like that.
Gold, I thought.
It was gold.
Yeah.
Okay. And then floor was silver.
Yeah. So,
I mean,
Louis,
going back to what you said about Katie Ledecky, I saw this fact about it, and she's undefeated in the 800 and the 1500 freestyle. The top 20 fastest times ever recorded in the 1500 meter freestyle,
all her.
it's all her.
Oh my god.
When she won the gold, she timed her 8th best time on that list.
Wow.
Which is insane.
Well,
That's crazy.
And this is her 4th Olympics as well. I
4th
remember,
Olympic gold in that.
well, yeah, that's what I was going to get to when she won the 800 against the Australian
The
Titmus.
Terminator.
Everyone was talking. It would be a very competitive swim, they thought, and then Ledecky won by almost a body length, 2 body lengths in the 800. And then she kind of showed up like before because she's won 4 consecutive gold medals in that. But what you were saying, there was a body length one?
Well, no, in the 1500 meter freestyle, when if you looked at the final 50 meters back, it was only her on the screen.
Oh, really?
Everyone else was off frame, which is insane.
Yeah.
But going back to beach volleyball, Sarah Hughes, Kelly Chang, unreal duo. They're actually I don't know. I think they're expected to win gold, but the way they're playing, they have this kind of connection thing where they always hold hands, and they're always doing breathing techniques and stuff during timeouts because you can't get coached by your own coaches.
So it's just you
them
two out there.
Them two, and every set you get a timeout, and it was just great to see how them two they work together. I literally thought they were dating. That's how close
they could be. We did not related to the U.S., but we did see. I think it was the badminton or table tennis duo, the Chinese.
Really?
they won gold, and then
they proposed.
Then-
They
then
proposed
he-
right after.
That was swimming.
Was it?
no, it was table tennis.
Was it?
There was a Chinese table tennis duo
I thought it was a swimming. Like,
Maybe one of them's a swimmer, maybe the other.
because it
one.
was
Yeah,
like
proposed. Well, regardless.
yeah. But anyway, so
But
you never know. The
regardless,
partners
yeah.
could definitely be in a relationship. They spend enough time with each other where it could be a possibility.
I'll give you guys a couple more.
I'll do one
Oh,
more
one
shout
more.
out too, but it's not anyone from the U.S. I don't. You guys have definitely seen it, but for the cycling road event from Belgium, Remco Evenepoel, he was like, I believe he won by over a minute. It could be a different person, but when he won, there was no one behind him, so he just stopped his bike right there, right on the finish line, just put his hands up.
That was
with
very
the
cool.
Eiffel Tower on the back.
And then
that
like all the fans on the sides.
that was a great backdrop.
So Pat mentioned this, but I'll just read the. Speaking of cycling, so women's cycling, Kristen Faulkner of the U.S. She also won the gold medal in one of the cycling races. She didn't start cycling until after college. She went to Harvard.
Yeah.
And until 2021, she worked as a venture capitalist. I don't know what that means, but she started like cycling in Central Park as a hobby.
Yeah, she would do it before work. She just
And
got
then
into it.
Got into it. She wasn't even supposed to race in the final. One person from the U.S. like backed out, and she raced in the final and won a gold medal. Scotty Scheffler
Yes.
just won gold.
Yeah.
He
Set up-
had a record.
Yeah.
Record-setting final round 62.
Par was 71, so he shot 9 under to finish at 19 under or 20 under.
I'm not sure
I
what
think
it
it was
was.
either 19 or 20 under, and that was one of the first times you saw like real emotion out of Scotty Scheffler, like on the podium.
It said he won 28 million this year in prize money, and he only won 37,000 at the Olympics.
But
Yeah,
then
because you want
crying.
to
that meant so much more to him.
The other ones I have, so Tom Kim from South Korea
Yes.
got bronze, and he has
City?
No, he didn't. He missed
No, he
out
didn't.
on bronze. And
Matsuyama
now he has
got
to.
bronze.
Now he has to serve his
Military sentence.
military service.
Hideki Matsuyama got bronze.
Yes.
I don't think so.
Tommy Fleetwood got silver. Hideki Matsuyama got bronze.
Tom Kim is emotional in the scoring trailer. A podium finish was needed to avoid the process.
Yeah.
Was
Podium
needed.
was
Was
needed.
needed. That's why he's emotional because he
Oh, so
didn't.
he didn't get
Yeah,
it.
because he didn't.
He got
get it.
8th.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It was Scheffler, Fleetwood, Matsuyama.
Yeah, they were all like in 3 or 4 of each other.
John Rahm, minus 600 for a podium finish. Didn't
Dude, he fell the back 9. He had a 7 on a par 5, so he doubled there. Had another double, and like just complete. Like he was at 20 under at one point, and then the closest one was Fleetwood. I think he was at like 16 or something, 16 under or something.
Did you guys see also Novak got his redemption against
He
Carlos
did. I did,
Alcaraz?
yeah.
He won the
He was.
gold medal.
I don't know if you
First ever
guys.
gold.
I don't know if you guys saw it, but like he was shaking, bro.
Yeah.
It meant so much
Well,
to him. Like
he's
it was
done.
crazy.
He's done everything in the tennis world. Won multiple majors everywhere. He's just never had a gold medal. I don't even think he was allowed to participate in Tokyo because of injury and then
COVID.
like the COVID situation. And then now at the age he is too, with all the injuries, it's great for him. He literally checked off the list of everything.
God bless.
Bless you.
That was violent.
Yeah.
I saw it coming when you were looking at it.
Yeah. It just came out of nowhere. It's probably the spider crawling up my nose.
I got a couple more for you guys. So there was this thing over the weekend. It was a 4x400 track. So one lap around, 4 people, and it was mixed. So 2 guys, 2 girls.
Mhm.
So the U.S. in the semifinal.
Didn't Mickey Mouse win one?
U.S. in the semifinal set a
Winning?
world record to advance to the final. And then in the final, the next day, they were in first the whole race until the final 100 meters. Netherlands caught them in the last minute, and that was the
It was the
girl
Mickey
with-
Mouse
the girl that sounds
woman.
like Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, guys, we're so prepared for this, and we're ready for the element.
No, that's what she sounded like.
It was so.
The U.S. choked, and then the other one I was going to mention was
You see the speed walking?
Oh,
I did
we
not.
need to talk about.
Yeah, dude, I did. She was like,
The American
"Ooh, I
shot
got it,"
put.
and then someone went past.
Wait.
So USA got gold and silver in the shot put for men's. It's the 3rd straight Olympics. Those same 2 guys have got gold and silver.
These guys are absolute tanks, too.
Their names are Ryan Krauser and Joe Kovacs.
Yeah. They're all just units.
And then the last one I wanted to mention was this was the men's 10,000 meter race. So you know how much?
Yeah.
10,000 miles had 10,000 meters.
10,000 miles.
No, 6.25 miles. Okay.
And this is on
Yes.
foot or
It's
running.
It's
Okay.
track. So it's around
What is
the
it, like
track.
25 laps?
I'm not sure how many laps it is, but 10,000 meters, so it was over 6 miles. The U.S. had a guy named Grant Fisher finish in third place to win the bronze medal.
First one. Yeah.
It's he's one of only 2 Americans since 1964 to win a medal in that event. So it was really, really
Wow.
crazy.
I know it happened a while ago, but also the United States rowing team
Yeah.
won their first medal, like the
Oh,
first.
really?
Wasn't it a
gold medal.
world record?
No, it was just a gold medal, but it was the first one since like the 1950s.
Bro,
The U.S.
so this guy ran just over 6 miles in 26:43. That was his time.
I
So
may
do
be
the
able to
math.
do 1 mile.
Do
in
the
that one.
math there. Let's call it 27 minutes and divide it by 6.25.
It's 4.5 miles. a
4
minute.
minutes
Yeah.
and 20 something seconds miles.
And just to
For
keep,
6 miles.
Just to keep that pace is just fucking phenomenal.
Unbelievable.
Like I said, I think I do maybe 1 mile in that.
Yeah.
And that's a maybe.
That's 4 laps.
So
I
now
know.
that we kind of talked about any things coming up this weekend or in the next couple of days that you're most excited to watch.
I would probably honestly say, just because I love basketball so much, but the men's basketball team,
Yeah.
just seeing them dominate everybody, I love it.
Gold medal match on Saturday.
I'm excited for the basketball. I'm excited for soccer, honestly. I don't know if you guys saw this, but Spain right now has like the Nations League. They won the Euros. They won the Women's World Cup.
Euros.
They won I believe they won like the U20s or U18 World Cup as well. Now they have Spain in the Olympic gold medal game and possibly
It is
The
France.
women's too.
Spain for the Olympic gold medal.
for men's.
Yeah.
And then I believe the women's are in the semis right now. So
Yeah, they
It's gonna
play. It's Germany,
Germany,
U.S.,
US,
and then Spain. Spain beat Colombia,
I
right?
think it's Canada's. I
yes,
think
they beat them
you're
in
right.
penalties. Colombia was up 2-0. Spain scored in the 97th minute to tie.
It's Spain, Brazil. So, could Marta maybe get a gold? I don't know if she's ever gotten a gold.
I don't know either, actually.
I don't know, Jim.
I don't know, Jim,
Haley
but
Van Lith and the U.S. 3
Yeah,
on 3 team,
bronze.
they got bronze today.
you know who didn't get bronze?
Jimmer Fredette.
And his brain injury.
No, but speed walking Garcia Caro from Spain. She was celebrating.
Yeah, she was
After-
going.
After they were
Something
speed walking for
right
over
past her.
half an hour,
She had the flag out.
and she had the flag on her shoulder, speed walking the last 100 meters, and she was about to get bronze.
Mm-hmm.
And she literally put her arm up, and then Ludmila Olanovska
Say
from
that.
Ukraine
Say that 6 times.
just passed her as she put her arm up, and like the face went from like so excited to like horrified, and she did not medal.
I can't
Which is
believe
crazy.
speed walking is an Olympic sport to begin with. Dude, is there a video of this?
Yes, there is.
Look at her right there.
She's cheesing, bro. And
Ready?
then-
Lifts the arm, immediately passes her. It's crazy.
Bro, that's wild, dude.
That's what you get, though.
Yeah,
like seriously, like a lot of ball left. There was so much meters left.
Job finished. Job not finished.
Yeah, so there's 3 more
Saying?
potential golds for
Alright.
the U.S. with both basketball and women's soccer.
There's also a ton of track
Oh,
left.
oh.
Track's not even
Yeah.
based.
No, if you guys have time, watch beach volleyball.
Yeah,
Beach volleyball's
Women's,
electric, dude.
Even
Volleyball.
just regular volleyball too.
it's
The
very
77.
exciting.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's so insane just how they play.
Yeah.
Like you think you can go on like a beach and just do that shit? No, absolutely not.
I could do it, not well.
No.
That's the thing.
I couldn't do it at all.
But exciting next couple of days, going to wrap up with the Olympics. But speaking of wrapping up, we wrapped up last month's washed up wagers.
My
And-
push really fucked me.
And we
I'll say
can
that.
announce the loser
It's not me.
for the
It's
first,
not me.
for the first time. It's
Bobby
not
beat
Bobby
me by half a
Hanscom,
game, which is crazy.
I was in
and it
first
is
place
Lewis
for so
Lewis
long.
Ortiz.
I know Bobby was in first place
I was in first the
month, and then
entire
he goes-
month to
he
make
goes
him
to third.
second to last.
The punishment for Lewis is going to be he has to sit in an ice bath. We're going to ask him trivia questions. He gets a trivia question wrong. He's got to stay in there longer. He gets it right.
I say add 10 seconds.
Yeah, we're not going to add a crazy amount.
I'm not going to be a minute.
But it's going to be, you're in there for a minute.
No, we should do 20 minutes, and every question he gets right takes off a minute.
Go fuck yourself.
15 minutes.
I was thinking we did a minute.
Just do a minute.
I'd say did it with a minute, and then if he gets it wrong, another 10 seconds.
I was thinking you're in there for a minute, and then as you're freezing cold and flustered, we ask you the trivia questions, and then for every one you get wrong, you add 10 seconds.
Yeah. Okay.
So
at least a minute.
And then for people that are going to be like, oh, how are you going to? We're getting a bunch of bags of ice, putting them into the tub. The tub's already going to be on cold water. Believe me, we'll make sure this is cold. Bobby kind of had some easy punishments. And
Easy?
Bro, you had to do.
You fucking ate what?
Seconds.
I had to eat three soggy ass pieces of bread. That was beat.
All right, the way you ate it though, I know Pat, you weren't there.
You weren't there,
but
so
the way this guy ate it, it was like he's never eaten food ever. Bro. He loved it, bro. He was he took it and then dipped it in the bread water and then ate it.
I wrung it out.
And then the 3 eggs is nothing, bro.
3 eggs is fine, but that chest hair was fucking horrendous, dude. That
chest hair might have, but your body, once you go into a fucking cold plunge,
you're in shock.
Yeah, but you gotta stay calm. So, and then we will now announce our wagers for the new month that is starting on August 5th.
I will start it off. I have Australia money line at plus 240 against Serbia for basketball. I have Yankees money line versus the Angels tomorrow. Minus 238, and I have Red Sox money line against the Royals in Kansas City for plus 120. It's a plus 962. $10 will win you 106.22.
Billy's going fucking balls deep on the first one, huh?
Australia is my dog.
I have Bam Adebayo over 4.5 rebounds for the Brazil-USA men's game. I have the France spread at a plus 8 against Canada. And then men's basketball. And then since the stock market just plummeted today, that's a natural disaster.
Oh, you're doing the Nick Castellanos?
You know who's playing tonight? The Wagons, the Phillies, and Nick Castellanos over half a home run. So to get one home run, Nick Castellanos.
You know he was the most bet.
The fourth.
No, to hit a home run in it ever
the day that Trump got shot.
No. Once the stock market crashed, they were the most bets ever placed on a home run hitter.
Castellanos.
Yeah.
Wow.
He also was the most bet person when Trump got shot, and he ended up hitting a home run that night. So
he hit the night that Joe Biden said
COVID.
that that one. And then the one that they announced that he was going out of
office.
Going out of the election, leaving. I don't know, fucking
not running for re-election.
Yeah, pulling out of the election. Thank you. There were
a couple of.
There was some other crazy.
This guy just passed away, and there's a home run to left field by Nick Castellanos.
The guy that got the announcer that got in trouble for saying something very racist on air. He was giving his apology on air. I don't know when the next time I'm gonna do this is, as Castellanos puts one over the left field wall for a home run.
I will absolutely lose my shit if Nick Castellanos does it tonight, dude.
That would be crazy.
To wrap up, I'll give you mine.
Well, Zach's got to go too.
Oh, that's right. Zell does have to go. I have the New York Mets over the Colorado Rockies tomorrow at minus 162. I'm going against Bill here. I don't like Australia. I have Serbia and men's basketball at minus 298. Mm-hmm. And then I have Australia women's basketball over the Serbian women's basketball.
Wait, they're playing each other on the men's and women's side?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's insane.
At 5 a.m. on Wednesday at minus 340.
Serbia.
Plus 179. Very easy. Just want to go 3 for 3. $10.
What are your odds on each one?
Minus 162, minus 298, and minus 340.
Oh, I didn't even say my odds.
I said mine.
At $10 to give you $28.95.
So what's yours?
My odds are plus 2,381. $10 wins you 248.18.
All right, my turn, and I'm also voting for a movement for a change in the Watched Wagers, a rule.
What?
I'm voting for a rule.
What?
Can I sit?
This guy fucking gets a little bit of screen time, and now he wants a rule, and now he's the one doing rules.
Hold on, let's hear it.
I'm putting it into motion. I'm not.
He's a question. What is it?
You guys can.
Putting it into motion means we already voted on it.
No, putting it into motion.
All right, can you what?
Maybe it's the wrong terminology, but you can't pick something that's like minus 1,000.
Oh, I thought we already said that.
Well, but last month I'm pretty sure
Pat took something at minus 800.
You had Novak Djokovic
minus
minus 750.
But that for like the tennis, it's when there's no other sports going on. It's tough.
Yeah, but I feel like it shouldn't be allowed to take
Hey,
something.
that was only 750. That wasn't 1,000.
Hey, but that win cost me this punishment.
Exactly.
Okay, but Pat took something at minus 800.
He won. He doesn't. It doesn't matter.
So
are you guys all in favor?
I think.
So what's the minimum?
I think the max you can do is minus 450.
450.
I was going to say 5, but yeah, 450 is
All
fine.
in favor?
450?
I'm okay with.
Aye.
I'm okay with that.
See? Now it's official.
All right. It was already official.
No,
I thought it was
I just wanted to.
Look at that list.
I know.
All right. My 3 picks are men's basketball, Olympic men's basketball, Greece against Germany on Tuesday. Greece to cover +8 at minus 110. I have the U.S. women's basketball team facing Nigeria in Olympics, the quarterfinals. Team total over 92.5 points, minus 115. And to wrap it up, I have the U.S. women's national soccer team against Germany in the Olympic semifinals, just to outright win the game, +100, and that has to be in regular time. That is all plus 613, $10 wins $71.38.
So all of us going big besides pussy old Pat over here.
I'm going huge, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Pussy old Pat, man. Have I lost?
Did you not take stuff that was all minus?
Wrap this up.
The goal is the goal to make money or to have the highest odds.
Have some fun, Pat.
Just
come on.
Winning is having
Listen
fun.
to all these home runs he's hit. Apology for homophobic slur used on broadcast. Career-threatening injury for Tatis. Eulogy for World War II veteran. A 9/11 tribute video package on the air. Apology of opposing team's coach getting a DUI. 10 minutes after Will Smith slapped Chris Rock. Dwayne Haskins' death. Memorial Day tribute package on air. Eulogy for the Just Deceased PA announcer for the stadium. Cancer announcement for his team's owner. Vince Scully death announcement. An hour after the death of Queen Elizabeth was announced. A bridge collapsed, killing several people.
In the one in Maryland?
The Ocean Gate submarine explosion.
Oh my God.
3 other celebrity deaths. 2 home runs on the anniversary of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Assassination attempt on Trump, and Biden withdraws from the race.
This guy is like, he must not be human. He's got like some special power that when something tragic happens, he's like, I'm good. What were the odds on that?
Plus 550.
Yeah,
Plus 550.
It was plus 600, but the odds changed.
Oh, yeah. Everyone's fucking hammering that, dude.
It started off as plus 600.
All right, Bill. Wrap us up.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody, for watching episode 29 of the Washed Up Sports Podcast. We release every Tuesday and Friday on YouTube and Spotify. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Our links for those can be found in the description below. As always, stay washed. So now is punishment time for Lewis. We'll be dumping in the ice, making an ice bath. We're going to be asking Lewis 12 trivia questions. He's going to stay in there for a minute. Every time he gets a question wrong, it adds on 10 seconds. So, here we go. Lewis!
Let's start
Dump this ice in there. Hold on. All right, go for it. 5 bags of, how big are those ice bags?
5 pounders?
Fucking 5-pound ice bag? Oh my God, that looks like hell, dude. Can you zoom in on that?
All right, Bob.
Get in here, buddy. You tell me when you're ready. Actually, well,
When does the time start?
the time starts after
As soon as your body.
Bobby, do you have your questions? Bobby!
Bobby already left, dude.
Question.
Yeah, he was hoping you'd already get
Let's
in.
go. I'm good.
Alright.
I'm also going to say something off the dome in my head, so.
Okay. Let's go, Luke. Get in.
The time starts after I read the first question, so on you here.
Oh my god, dude! Holy shit, bro! I have to lay down.
You gotta go.
Yeah, all the way in.
But on the ground. Alright, here's your first question. How many players are on a field hockey field for one team?
Can you add
8.
Wrong. Added 10 seconds.
What was the answer?
11. Go, Bill.
Only one NFL team has a logo on one side of their helmet and not on the other. What team is it?
5. Okay, how many hits did Aaron Judge have yesterday?
2.
No, we had 1.
Chris Webber, who played for the Sacramento Kings, played college at what school?
Chris Webber, Michigan.
Good, you got it.
He's at 30 seconds right now.
Name the 3 promoted teams to the EPL this coming year.
3 promoted teams: Ipswich, Southampton, and Leicester.
Got it.
Bang.
What college did Rajon Rondo go to?
Kentucky.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Kentucky.
I'll give him an
How many home runs does Aaron Judge have this season?
This shit's fucking draining, dude. 41.
Got it.
Bang.
How many home runs does Juan Soto have this year?
32.
Wrong.
How many?
28.
How many divisions are there in the MLB?
8.
Nope. 6.
Fuck.
Go,
How
Bill.
many divisions are in the NBA?
Well, 8.
This is my last question.
No, I'm pretty sure there's 6, right?
6.
Yeah.
This is my last question. How many teams are in the MLS? 3, 2, 1.
24.
No, 29.
Last
All right.
Bill.
Lou, I'm re-asking you this question. Only one NFL team has a logo on one side of their helmet and not on the other. What team is it?
It is.
I'll give you a hint. It's an AFC team.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
1 minute. 1 more minute. Starts
Giants.
down.
All right.
Wrong. Steelers.
You got an extra minute in the tub. Okay, we're out of questions.
Dude, my ankles are like seizing up right now, man.
This is good for your ankle.
Yeah, honestly, it's probably great for your ankle.
I'm down.
Get those legs underneath
Yeah,
the
yeah.
water.
I was gonna get my body underneath the
Yeah, he's
water.
gonna put his stomach
Go
underneath.
for it.
Oh, god damn!
Oh, you got the floor soaked.
He went in there. How much longer does he got?
He has 30 seconds.
Nice.
Yeah.
Not cold enough for you?
No, it's pretty fucking cold still.
Imagine if we did 10 bags instead of 5.
I told Lewis to grab 3. You grabbed
I grabbed
5.
5.
Oh, that is cold.
10 seconds, Lou.
It's like the ocean when we were.
Yeah, a little bit. It's a little colder though. I will not stay in this.
And time.
I honestly thought he was going to step right out where I ran.
No. I would like my feet to be a little cold.
How do you feel after that punishment?
I feel woken up.
You feel rejuvenated?
Those are so fucking hard. Those are some good questions, I'll give you that.
This dude said, what college did Rajon Rondo go to?
I couldn't think of
Are you
anybody off
fucking
the top of
kidding
my
me?
head for some reason.